I'm so tired of reading some shit online, dude. Ultra Mega is too busy sidelining its female characters to deliver on kaiju promises. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it's not like... I mean, two things can be true. That can be correct.
It is correct.
But like, at the same time, if you know that's not what the series is about, like, the series is about following this particular character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. His mom is kind of a badass. She's cool. She makes the technology, right? But the writer has, for whatever reason, chose to follow the son. So let's just stick with that universe. It would be cool if they got her more spotlight.
But like,
damn,
is that his mom?
Well, whoever she
because
is.
his mom died.
His caretaker.
Yeah,
It's just a random chick.
Either way,
Yeah, the caretaker kid. She's awesome.
But like, what's sidelining? I don't understand the sidelining. Like,
because they expressed her potential, like what she can do. She can clearly fight in the comical way they showed that.
it's one issue.
Exactly.
It's literally
That's all they need. That's all they need. That's all they need. Like that's all they need. That's all you need to show that a character has some great potential. Like if you got that much from them just from one issue, some people get attached. Now, I think it's worth strumming up whatever the fuck that was? No, but I mean, it's not like it's.
But I'm saying like they're saying it's sidelining her, but she just got introduced.
Right.
Yeah.
How much? Like it's called Ultra Mega,
and we had
Right.
It's not called Winry from fucking Full Metal Alchemist.
and we had 2 issues that focused on the kaiju mother. So what are they talking about?
Well,
out of the 4 Ultra Mega.
Not the main, she's not a woman. You know what I mean? Like,
she's a woman
character. I know she's a woman, but she's not the
mother.
I know what mother means. I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna like highlight women by talking about the mother.
You're not going to highlight women by talking about
By being evil. Why did
the
they make
actual strongest female character, the strongest character in the entire series.
The one that's eating human skulls. No.
Why did they make a Cruella movie then?
Well, because they were confused, and they're confused, and this is a troubled time for them.
It's just people wanting the bitch.
What they're saying is like it doesn't just because she's not in a positive light does not still not make her a good character.
I mean, she's not a positive light. She's just not being center focused. I mean, even though, like, if you think about it like this, like honestly,
I want to know why Inferno keeps sidelining their men characters. Okay?
Goddamn right, they sub these motherfuckers every issue.
They make Eric and they make Eric and Charles look like assholes. They look like complete.
I am recording, by the way, though.
Okay.
Okay. Honestly,
thank you.
That felt that. Okay, but like, it is worth noting that when Ultra Mega first started, the world worked one way, right?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the issue, we switched to the world working a different way. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More mecha based.
Under the thumb of the matriarch.
We've turned to the world where it works different, where it's mostly like where they make their defense. It doesn't just happenstance on them.
Yeah.
And in the forefront, now you need characters to express. It's one thing to just say this is how the world works, but to have characters who are literally living that through the page for us, like we had it the first time around, it would be nice. And this woman character is literally a creator. She does create the suits. So if we were to focus on how the world works a little bit more intrinsically, it would behoove them to center a character who is in the world from now. I think that's all they're getting at, but I just think that I haven't read the article, but it kind of feels like people are just blowing it up and like,
especially when there's not enough time.
It always is.
It just makes sense. Like,
we only have 4 issues, and they're literally still trying to give you how the world works.
Like,
so how are you sidelining a character?
Here's the argument. It's 4 issues. 3 of them dealt with the character. They literally introduced 4 different characters in one issue.
Yes.
Like, let it marinate.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't think she'd get sidelined. I thought she played the role of
the supporting role that she's meant to play. Like,
all I did was read the clickbait title. That's all I did. Clickbait title.
But
you were supposed to.
But they did their job.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, as long as we didn't click it.
Exactly. Don't give many clicks.
Let's just argue about it.
Right. I mean, I think we did that.
We haven't read it.
Yeah.
Fuck the writer. I don't give a shit.
I can't wait for more.
Fuck the author.
I can't wait for more.
One time I did like get spicy.
I still
with
like the
Arthur.
fact that you say burp.
Yeah,
like in a comic.
What he's
You're
doing.
a fucking cartoon character.
He's literally doing like the Matrix Resurrections treatment.
There you go. You did
it. I almost said it too. Like I fuck. It was right there.
So I've always wanted to ask you because since I just recently really started reading comics, how do you read the screams? Because I always go, "Aye!" Because it always starts with an A-I-E.
It's like because the H like
No, they don't do that. They always go A-I-E.
Every time I see somebody else explode, it's like, "Aye!"
No.
all right.
Oh, we got it going though.
That's awesome. I like all that in there. Honestly, that's it's funny. It's great. Yeah. So if you were wondering what's going on and you wanted to know our thoughts on Ultra Mega since it stopped, there was that.
Yeah.
But now we're here to talk about. It's been a long time coming to do another comics discussion, and with Inferno just wrapping. Concluding John Hickman's run, kicking off Destiny of X, coming soon. We're here to talk about the 4 miniseries Inferno, starting with Inferno #1, John Hickman.
Yeah.
This is like the culmination of what, 3 years?
4
Yeah,
years.
something like that. Yeah.
4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of X. House and Powers of X come out in 18.
Yeah, 18, 19.
18,
Yeah,
19.
somewhere
Yeah.
around there.
It was
This year would be the 4th year. Man,
Yeah, dude.
What a
Insane.
ride.
Like
what a ride.
the culmination of like talent that have woven the stories together to get to this point, so much so that we could cut out this little piece and have this 4 miniseries that absolutely fucking delivers. All right. We're gonna get right into it. Issue 1. In issue 1, I believe we are coming right off the heels. Let's see.
Of X-Men of shit. What was
Swords?
the end?
Was it Swords?
Sword? I think it was Sword.
Yeah, like swords. Yeah, swords.
Damn.
It will come-
This is my goddamn field, and I forgot.
There may be an I think
There's a lot, bro.
I think
There's
there's
a
an in between one.
So they're coming off of the heels of the pretty much endings of the, well, not even the endings, because it started during
Right.
the
to suffice it to say, it
Onslaught.
is-
It came right
there you
after
go.
Onslaught Revelation. I apologize.
Was
Yeah.
it called On-Site Revelation?
Yeah, because it was a culmination of the little X of
oh yeah, the Way of X.
the Way of X.
Yeah,
There
Way
we
of
go.
X.
There we go.
where they set up a mutant religion and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, it came off of the heels of that, but it doesn't necessarily ride off of that. It is a culmination of everything that Jonathan Hickman and the X team has laid out these past few years since the Way of X and Powers of X and House of X. I'm sorry.
Right, that scenario in our head where it's like, okay, we've got this kingdom built. The only thing we have to do is keep this woman safe, the mother of it all. Keep her safe, keep her invisible. We always had that scenario. Anyone like me, when we finished the issue, I was like, oh my god, what would happen if something would have happened to her?
Yeah.
This story is literally her stepping out of that invisible bubble after there has been Mystique has done everything she could now to where we are getting Destiny resurrected.
Yeah. So the implication going into this is that this is the downfall of Krakoa.
Yes.
That this is going to be possibly the end of something that just got started.
Right,
Burning down what we've set up so far and rebuilding a new thing. And I think, are we doing overall thoughts first or afterwards? Or are we going to go in?
Yeah, we just
individual?
finished the summary. I think that would be
Yeah.
it for this first one. We can go to thoughts about it before.
Yeah. So I think it just sets up the culmination of House of Powers of X and all of the lines that Hickman oversaw, including X of Swords and all that. All that comes in culmination, and it touches. This first issue touches on a lot of Powers of X, a lot of the stuff that they kind of set up on that, and kind of just expands on them, which is what I loved about this issue. Right, it expanded on the Moira and Mystique interactions that they
Yeah.
had very early on. It expanded on the lives of Moira. It gave you a little bit more insight on the actual back workings of Orcus and what they've been doing, and
Yep.
your favorite characters, the man apes, are back.
I was so mad with
And
that.
how long ago did we get this interaction with Mystique, how long ago was
That was the beginning.
Powers of X.
That definitely said, hey, if this doesn't work, do this. Whenever this goes down, if you can't bring me back, if you can't do what I asked you to do, then at the end of the day, it's got to go.
Right. And we got to watch her cleave this life out over and over and over again to this point, only to coming to a hit. Like, we're on board with the characters perfectly. We know what's at cost here.
Exactly.
Like, we've seen the war. Now we're back at peace. And Mystique bringing back Destiny in issue 1 threatens that peace.
Yes.
It moves to expose this whole paradise and our hope for the future as a lie. We will always lose. We will lose to either the humans or
the machines or
the
both.
machines or some hybrid of both.
Yeah.
And that is the secret and the lie that Xavier and Charles have been working very hard over any X-Men title to keep.
Yeah.
And this issue 1 definitely illustrates that across. It shows their cunning. It immediately reestablishes. If you ever thought otherwise, to me, issue 1 firmly reestablishes that Mystique is that bitch.
Yeah.
She
Oh, yeah.
is and always will be. All right? Always will be. You always got to watch out for Raven.
She could bring it all tumbling down and you would never know it was her.
Exactly. Which is it's just okay. Like, well, that's further on everything, but just putting it out there. Like, I love how in this issue and everything, I'm coming. Like, I reread it and everything because I remember reviewed it like a while back. But I probably said that back then too. But I love how, like, as long as you've read House and Power, you're good.
Right.
Like, like, I love the little references to shit, but it is completely like, as long as you get the basis of what this new X-Men is like, we can walk right in and still understand the emotional, like, integrity of these characters and stuff and the stakes that are, that are there and everything. And it was so nice and everything. I didn't feel bombarded. Like,
these two are definitely standalones. I put it onto myself to go back and reread everything before Inferno finished, right?
Holy
to see if I could miss anything. So I made it through the X-Force. I made it through Wolverine, all of the X-Men, Sword.
Jamal, I want you to
hold all that knowledge
I want you to make a
in
comic book
brain?
cover of Jairo, like, have all the X-Men knowledge and everything. Like, his
It's
eyes
just
are
me.
going,
It's just me overloaded and dead on the floor.
He needs to have Cerebro on his head, and then he needs to have like beer bottles surrounded by him.
And listen. I don't know. I may now be a part of X Twitter, but
Oh, no.
if y'all don't know X Twitter, like what I did was, if y'all think what I did was a fucking feat, these fucking people. The way that they read these books and the way they dissect them, fucking hats off, my salute. These motherfuckers are goddamn encyclopedias. The way I listen to some of these guys talk about, like, issues from Claremont runs that are being touched on this, y'all got my goddamn respect, because that's 60 years of fucking bullshit, because that shit got reworked and fucking bro.
It really shows you.
These X people don't play it, bro.
It's one of those books that, like, it doesn't matter what level you're reading this on, whether you're a new X-Men, whether you've kind of been a casual fan or you're a diehard fan. It's for everybody. It's weird how you can, like, please so many groups all at once.
I think this
insane.
is the beauty of what this X-Men run is. Now this X office has been able to pull off. They have rebooted the universe while still drawing so much from the many years of continuous publication and being able to build something, this collective universe that you can jump in easily and still be fulfilled while still fulfilling the fans that have been there for the entire time. The way that they're doing this, even me as somebody that only has knowledge from the last 3 years, 3-4 years, the way that they're paying off my expectations has been fantastic.
Right.
I can't even imagine,
man,
being a 30-year long fan.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Like, I've been a fan of the X-Men for like a while, and I read Manifest Destiny. I was there for some of the 2000 stuff, but then I jumped off right after
I keep
Amazing.
thinking he's Wolverine.
And then seeing them come back in, change the scope, and go in and do it how they're doing it here. It's absolutely insane. And like we said, just for our 3-year payoff alone, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
The stakes for the mutants are just so much higher than even what the Avengers sometimes deal with.
Yeah.
When we read what was that shit with
Empire.
the Empire with the plant people? I didn't give a shit. No one gave a shit. Nothing was threatened.
With the way the way it was written, no one gave a shit.
Nothing.
I feel like we jumped at a really bad Avengers
Like yeah,
arc.
we came in there a light one. Like it's like they had stakes. Like you had like a sun-sized beam that could destroy civilization. Like that's. But then again, it's like we have Earth. You know what I mean? Like we have Earth already. No, we take that for granted. Of course, that's not special. We had it for years. It's not perfect. Blah blah blah. Them, when it comes to the X-Men, the reason why we're so attached is because we were there from the ground floor when they were making it. Like we know exactly what it cost to make.
Yeah.
So that's why this is more like
And I think that
it for us.
the beauty that this paint is, this touches to on any fringe and every fringe group, right? That's the beauty of the X-Men, right? It's always been for the downtrodden. It's always been for the LGBT community,
Right, the oppressed, everybody.
all that, right?
Right.
And the way that this kind of pokes at themselves and pokes at geopolitical warfare, the
Right.
way it pokes at
There are
real life
hints of-
situations,
there
the
are
way
hints
that
of separatism, like what that could bring if we had our own
Exactly.
consolidated. Like they play off a lot of themes that could work out in the real world
And-
in some ways, and
many people have tried stuff like that with different properties and stuff. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
Can't sit still.
it's I banged against this. I was trying to figure out what it was. My fault. I keep kicking my goddamn water bottle. Where was that? Goddamn it, water bottle. The way that they touch all these subjects and the way that they make them presentable, digestible, and you would expect something that's this complicated, right?
right.
Would just implode on itself. And the way that it continues to deliver and top itself over and over and over again.
Ever since it started, we were like, I don't think this can get any better. Or like we kept on saying, like, it can't be better than
Let
this.
me- I
and,
can't-
and
I-
at first, we were kind of like it was showing, the cracks were showing, but they like, no, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Like every time we got to like an actual,
You have
really
to put
big,
down writing decorum and get back to what really matters.
Shut the fuck up.
that was when he wanted to release his change. Like, let me go. Remember
Right.
the little black and white pictures on his fucking
Stupid.
Twitter?
He was dumb. He didn't realize what he had, and then had to remind him real fast.
Look, these X-Men books got me acting up, bro, because I'm sitting here recommending X-Men books to niggas I know don't even read fucking comic books.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't
bro,
even
you should
read.
check this shit out.
Dog, I keep pushing on this omnibus to my brother and to Eddie, and I keep just, you trying to read X-Men?
I've been pushing this shit to Eddie since we started. All right, it's a long.
but
spirit bomb this shit. We need more bodies.
I
we
got
need
the
more
Bible
people.
though. I'm just dropping it all, and I'm just gonna put it on the coffee table. And
Do it.
yeah.
Yo, give it to me.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow. Give it to me.
All right.
All right, to bring this in a little bit, when we moved on to issue 2, at this point, Myra and
Moira.
Raven and Mystique are up running. They
Destiny and Mystique.
Destiny and Mystique. What did I say?
You said Raven and Mystique.
Oh, they're the same character, right?
They are.
Hey man, take a drink of water. Pause right quick before you keep going. Take a drink of water. Think about it. Take a drink. Come on.
Shut your mouth. So
I'm trying to help you, bro.
there's no water in the cup. I would have taken.
Matrix Revelations.
Thank you. I'm not gonna drink
Your toilet water. Oh, you gonna drink it anyway?
You know me for over 10 years, nigga. We get the same germs.
and I almost made a joke, but I'm not going to. So at
Coming
this
off the
point-
cliffhanger.
coming off the cliffhanger of both of them like
Of
strolling
first,
to the
yeah.
court and sending the fuck out of Charles and Eric like the men they are not.
Yeah.
You know, it was equally embarrassing and impressive. They are turning the members of the Quiet Council in their
Into
favor
pawns.
into literal pawns in their grand scheme. They are giving them the things that they want that nobody has access to.
Or
Promising
manipulating them to like, hey, you just don't want to. Don't you want to cause chaos?
Right.
You're right. I do.
They are promising them spots. The girls have the receipts, and this issue for me was like, okay, the name makes sense. The name is starting to make sense. And then I started to think, oh shit, like they literally burned this bitch. It really comes down to acting on a fear of if somebody pulls a linchpin, how paradise could fall apart.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
started to hit to me in issue 2, like, oh shit, they're dangling this in front of us, like right here. Is it gonna crash or are we going somewhere new?
Yeah.
I loved issue 2.
I think one of the greatest things of issue 2 is the way it redacted issue 1 or our expectations of issue 1. Because in issue 1 we see they have a conversation between Moira, Xavier, and Magneto, and they decide that they're going to destroy the vials of destiny.
Right.
For anybody jumping in that's just sticking around for the spoilers at this point, destiny is somebody that they refuse to resurrect because she is a precog and she can see the future, and they
call them right bullshit. Apparently.
Also, Moira has a vendetta against her for what she did.
Because all right, so they had previous beef. So they the way that Xavier, and they show you Xavier going by and gaining all the leftover DNA so that she cannot be resurrected at all.
Mm-hmm.
The way they retcon it in this one by showing you that it was Mystique the entire time.
Yes,
it's equally foreshadowing and it's also a payoff at the same time, which is fucking brilliant to me.
The fact that she bided her time so long and just assessed the situations and was able to play the cards that she was able to play to get the results that she needed to get.
Yeah.
Mystique is one bad bitch.
And
man.
This shows you the way that Jonathan Hickman wrote this entire Bible of X, right? The way that he wrote this, the way that when you see the same panel from issue 1 to issue 2, the differences that they have just in meaning, right? When Xavier went up and got the vial from Sinister and says, "Oh, you're playing your role," but then when you find out what it is and you see the same exact panel, but now you know it's Mystique, and knowing that and now Sinister knows.
I think Sinister knew the whole time. The second, she walked up to Sinister was like,
100%, which is why I think it makes it so much fucking better.
Yes,
that's why it make his expression at the end, like, I don't get fucking take. I don't give a fuck.
The pettiness and the backstabbing through this entire series, like 4 issues, is. Oh my God! Every time I would read something, the voices that I would make for each one is just more snobby and more fucking backstabby.
I swear to God, if they don't use this storyline when they do X-Men on the silver screen, if they don't use this, they wasted it. It's wasted. I'm gonna be so mad.
They got time.
I'm gonna throw my shoe at the movie screen.
You will be in your 50s by the time they get to this point.
And I throw my shoe at the movie screen still.
His chancla. He's gonna throw his AARP.
My socks.
My shirt.
You're gonna throw your fucking flip flop.
That is a bad habit I started doing, because like at home when something stupid happens, I'll like have like a sock or like a face rag and I'll throw it at my TV.
What?
So
no, like sometimes I do, because I went to Eddie's house, like something stupid happened, we were watching, I balled my sock. I threw it at his TV.
Sidebar: when we had Friendsmith, somebody said something stupid, and I looked at Clarence, and he literally immediately reached down, and I looked at him, and he stopped.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to him. Fuck.
Moving on. So Inferno 2 ends with just more cattiness, backstabbing, fucking beautiful writing.
We're doing spoilers, right?
It's
all day.
Point.
It ends with like this kind of weird, like not weird, but it's like it doesn't really kind of matter. Like it matters in the moment, but like Colossus gets put on the quiet council,
right?
But he doesn't say anything,
and they never touch it again.
We never touch on it again, exactly.
And that's the only part that I will say kind of like I wasn't feeling. Although knowing where it came from, I got really excited because in the previous books, they established that Colossus has done some things and maybe not on the up and up when it comes to Krakoa. So I was waiting for that payoff, but it lets me know that this is Hickman's end, but this is something that he set up, right? We keep talking about this as being Hickman's work, but the more that I get into X Twitter, the more that I realize that this is an X office. This is a team that he picked together. This is a team that he compromised the timeline. The office of X.
Right,
X gonna give it to you.
Right, you
this
really
is
got to give Greg Duggan. You got to give
Jerry
Benjamin
Duggan,
Percy.
yeah,
true.
You got to give them all their respect.
Leah Williams,
Right.
Vita Ayala, and
Yes, sir.
everybody that's
They
working
all
on
deserve
this.
their flowers and their steak dinners.
The way that they're working together, it fucking shows because he is once again leaving them a Bible, something to work on, and trusting them completely with his vision
To me,
to set up to set up stuff like this that will probably not be paid off until Destiny of X.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of your closing statement is really cool.
Right.
So the big reveal was that since now Destiny has been voted to the government of Krakoa, Xavier and Magneto
Eric.
have brought their own ace in the hole, which going by just being Xavier and Magneto,
Eric.
whatever.
Mind Man.
Yeah, Mind Man and Metal Man.
Just on them being them, it's gonna backfire on them. We know that. And
Right.
Rain Man.
and I'm here for it.
Right. They turned around and they told
The M&Ms. I want them to be the Mind Man and Metal Man. I love
Gross.
it. M&Ms.
leave them alone.
No.
The M&M's. Listen, this is distraction.
I'm sure they have trial slavery too.
I mean,
Krakoa, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've been sending children
To war.
on
Yes.
on covert missions since they were
Yeah.
like 14.
So
a good
you
point.
know, they're already
Charles
there.
Xavier is a fucking evil man.
He is a very evil man, and Magneto's not that much
In a
better.
singlet.
I've seen them work together. They're side by side doing the same things. They're all
The M&Ms.
we learn at the beginning of issue 3 that there has been a another phone on the line the entire time. We learned that homeboy's name. What's his
Doug.
name?
Cypher.
Doug. Yeah, Cypher. We learned that Cypher has been listening to the call the entire
Yeah,
time.
the whole time. The whole time. I remember we were talking shit about Cypher. Like, what
Man,
the fuck are
you
you
know-
doing here,
you know,
bro?
I
We were
didn't-
talking shit about Cypher.
I didn't think Cypher was coming up until he got married. Then I respected him a little.
like it's so dope. Going back to House of X.
Yep.
We got the panels where Xavier drops him off. It's like, yo, we're building a
That's true.
community. We're doing this, and they expand on that, right?
All these
Literally.
fucking callbacks. Like we didn't forget.
Yeah, they call back to when Doug Ramsey got left on the island to set up the pretty much the communications, set up the travel, set up pretty much the infrastructure of what this country is going to be.
Yeah.
And immediately he goes into a conversation with Warlock and he says, "Do you trust Xavier?" And Warlock's like, "Not really."
No.
And he goes, "I don't either." The change in drawing and talk and like
Tone.
I guess tone of Warlock from here to New Mutants, he's like fucking grown in this. He's all
Yeah.
fucking shapely and New Mutants is kind of scroggly and like
Right.
childish, or
Should've
not childish, but
brought
like
him.
yeah, the maturity that this book has, and it kind of like touches on the tones that it's going for, right? So they decide to work with the island to set up.
To set up another communication device, like another tree,
Yeah.
almost like it is a language, but it's the second language. So it's like he gets to have this essentially like a black box.
So they
of all the conversations that are happening.
because they don't trust Xavier.
Exactly.
And I love
when
that.
Xavier asks for a place that nobody can see, not even the island that we live in, there's something on the up and up, and I love the turnaround, right?
Yep.
I love that this is a holdover from past X-Men history that Xavier can't be trusted.
Exactly.
Yep.
And they just it just brought back and held it over. It's so good. This is such a rewarding experience to read this.
Yeah.
To be a part of the X-Men experience for so long. Unfortunately, I wasn't a part of it, but I got, grandfathered in by some other people. It's so rewarding.
It's so good.
right.
Look at the fucking cocoon.
The cuckoos. No, we are singular. All right.
Until you're not. Oh yeah, that
The exchange
conversation.
between the
Yes.
cuckoos and the
Destiny?
fucking and Destiny.
That's fucked up.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that was insane.
It was like he was like,
We're
oh,
the
you got
same. Oh, you're the same. So one of you ain't fucking. One of you ain't mad. One of you. Okay. Well, which one is doing what?
I
thought
can't
y'all
tell.
the same.
Yeah,
You're all the same.
Yeah, that was absolutely chef's kiss.
The way that they work the dialogue and the petty. God, man, I love the pettiness. This
They're all so
book.
petty. They should love Destiny. Like, oh, you're right, Destiny. Let's give it a hug.
Hey, they do now.
And they ain't got no choice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, issue 3 is a couple of things happening here. Number one, the girls, of course, they lay down judgment to the Cuckoos. Obviously, Myra gets caught in this issue as she is taken. But that's another one of those things. I was gonna say Myra is kidnapped.
Jesus.
What's it?
Myra?
Myra?
Wait. I just
Moira.
Moira.
Is that Chris?
What the fuck ever? No.
Is that Chris Redfield?
It does look like him. It does look like Chris Redfield.
That's funny.
Jaw's so fucking strong. When did his jaw get so wide?
Magneto's Chris Renfield.
He is Chris Redfield, confirmed. Oh.
So yeah, Moira is believed to be captured and escorted into the Orchid base, and that is where the Hail Mary throws start to begin.
That's when the tension gets its maximum.
That's when Charles and Eric are literally fucking down bad and action has to be taken. They have to go themselves, okay,
face to face with the Thing, the
Because
legend,
into the
myth,
belly of the beast.
Nimrod.
And then I love I just got to it like the fucking reveal that they did win. They won, but Nimrod came back and fucked everything up again.
Right.
It's bullshit.
So one of the main themes that they keep hitting throughout this entire Hickman run, through the entire X-Men run that's been happening, is the phalanx, right? The artificial technology, sentinels, all these are a constant. They are going to happen. And
right.
They keep hinting at these phalanxes, and they touched it on issue 3. They definitely touched it with all the hive minds and stuff on House and Powers of X. This is something that they're going to be working for. And the way that they are able to integrate all that, and at the end, when we get into 4, the way that they're able to tie all that in together, to me, was one of my favorite things, because it got me started. It got me thinking a different way. But before we jump into that, the whole reveal at the end of who actually kidnapped Moira,
yes,
was one of the
I was like, oh my god, they are
funniest things.
fucked. I was like, that is insane, because that means they are literally walking in there for nothing.
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't realize that.
like
Yeah.
the two, like, do you understand? Like the two biggest guys, they are walking in enemy lines for virtually no reason at this point.
Yeah.
And
that
and
is
they don't even know.
the fact that they didn't know shows you just how in the shit these guys were. They oh my god. And then issue 4 follows up with that plan.
Right, and real quick,
Who was the artist for these? Like,
Jeff DeCall, I want to say, who did the cover for at least number 3.
Buddy needs a foot rub and a steak dinner.
I want to talk about the cover real quick.
What?
There was something that I saw on Twitter. Somebody retweeted, right? So this cover, as we see with this, Moira is actually wearing Bastion's costume. Anybody else know who Bastion is? Bastion is a Sentinel that at one point I think destroyed the entire mutant race, or like in the future. So from the beginning, they're kind of hinting at some fuckery happening with Moira. Which eventually happens, or will happen with Moira, or setting up because every single arc that we see is Moira against them, or like the first issue is just Moira standing over the corpses of fucking everybody.
Yeah.
So they're already they're hinting you and giving you choice, an example of what they're going to do in the future past this. But the way that they shape it out in this last issue is fantastic. Between the showdown between Xavier and
Nimrod and what's her name? I keep forgetting the
Karma,
Omega.
Yeah, Omega Sentinel.
She ain't no peon, bro.
Nah,
These issues
in the face of Eric. Yes, she is.
And I love the fact
she almost folded Charles. let's not give her. Let's give her a flowers.
like I also love the fact, like, in these issues, especially in issue 3 and definitely in 4, when they have that longer conversation with Moira, it shows that Moira has not, because we think like after 1,000 years that she keeps saying that she's lived and everything, she has changed or learned, like she's a bit different from the third timeline that we've been to, but she is not. She's basically even more rooted in her stance against we need to we need to stop all
I didn't
this.
think it was that.
I didn't think it was that
bad.
deep, right? And I kind of think like it feels like she had a second chance. Like, okay, mate. I mean, she was gonna go anyway, but like at least we could like come back to her argument. Maybe it's different this time. But no, her only solution seems like this. We need to be gone.
Yeah.
All mutants need to be gone. We need to just stop it.
Yeah. So issue 4 reveals that Destiny and Mystique actually were the ones that kidnapped Moira, and they literally took her around the world only to bring her back to the fucking place where nobody can find her, which is her hiding zone underneath Krakoa.
Yeah.
The issue develops into the fight of Xavier and Eric versus Nimrod and Karma, or not Karma, I'm sorry,
Omega.
And it's
Sick.
God damn it, dude.
It's sad.
It is. Oh man.
I love how they came with the army and then they
I am so sorry that you believed me.
that shit.
But the biggest revelation though is that AI hate humans as much as humans hate mutants, and mutants hate everybody.
Is that really a revelation?
Yes. It revealed that AI is now a third race.
Yeah. Sentience.
In my mind, hasn't that always been the case? Every time you see in the future, because AI was in control, it was always them. They weren't ruling side by side with man.
But I get the revelation is the way that they reveal it, the way that they like you just use this as tools. You don't, and every time one of us shows you what we are, you either squash us down or you control us or you find some way to just fuck us over.
I think I know what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
And it kind of makes you go back and kind of look at other books in the Marvel universe. Like every time the Fantastic Four use some kind of AI, every time it's Jarvis. Jarvis is a slave.
AI,
this is like a slave mentality that they're like, well, fuck this. We're breaking out because you're just using us.
Breadcrumbs. Look at these Hickman
Exactly.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, because the thing is, they spent so much time showing. Whenever they show the machines in the future, it's like, yeah, they are a tool. They are a weapon and a tool of destruction. Anyone could have spun them in the X-Men's direction. But this issue does culminate that. Yeah, we have a stake in this fight too.
Yeah, we don't hate you because we hate you. We hate you because the way that you and them have used us, like,
we
made me almost.
We see the pattern, and you keep doing this, so we want to break. We want to break, as I said, break the wheel of this continuance and everything, because carbon-based life is shit.
Right, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not here because he sent me. I was coming anyway, and then I'm gonna turn around and get his ass.
And another way that I bring up, like, the phalanx thing, like he keeps hitting that phalanx and like over AI, like something might happen, and not to jump too far ahead, but at the end where we see the Doug gives Moira a part of Warlock, like Warlock is kind of a phalanx, right?
Yeah.
In the future, is Moira going to take that technology and bring that up?
She's a smart lady. She's a smart lady.
This is like the setup that's being like brought up, and like the mental gymnastics to like, what? Where the fuck are they going to go with this?
Right. They threw so much stuff at us, like that little tail, something like that. Because honestly, he could have gave her like a stick and some tape and like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I hope you can open doors. He didn't have to give her that. Like,
yeah, it's true.
That is something I'm thinking about too. That's one of those tales that they just threw so much at us. I feel like we weren't supposed to pay attention.
Right.
Like, of course that means something. Why wouldn't it?
I also really love, like, okay, I know, I mean, this is just talk about Destiny in general and everything. I love the fact that she came, but she wasn't like, I mean, she was built up and everything, and I thought as soon as she was coming, it was going to be over. Like, she knows everything. No one can get the jump on her. But I love how they've infected, with her power and everything. But I love the fact, like, they've infected the timeline so much and everything. Like, she doesn't know. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, far off, I can't see anything. There's just a big hole, and that continues even when they get more and everything. Like, I don't know, or it comes down to just a few choices, which are none of them are good. And then even those choices, it just spirals out and everything to all these different outcomes. I love the fact, like, it's always open, even with a character who is the most powerful precog so far in Marvel Universe and everything. She still doesn't know, and I love that, and I love the fact, like, she's also scared. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next and everything. So it just shows you how important these next steps are, especially for immortal Immortal X, right? Or
Yeah,
in
Immortal
Destiny
X.
X.
Mortal X-Men is going to be the one that deals with the government with
Yeah.
the 12.
Yeah, with the Quiet Council, which is revealed if we're going to it at the end of the story, is that the ladies killed it. The fucking plan worked.
Yeah.
Okay. And now they have repositioned themselves at the head of the Quiet Council, which will be handling
And it's even more fractured now.
even way more fractured. Everyone who was promised something up until this point, it's time to deliver. So
Yeah.
this is a fractured house, a fractured destiny.
Also,
It's-
everyone knows now. Like
The Moira-
everyone's in now. In
Everyone, all the secrets that Charles and Eric have been hiding.
yeah, everyone's in on the lot. And you know what else? That's some slick shit too. Now that I think about it,
wow.
like Destiny shook up everything just by coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next arc of the X-Men is called Destiny of X.
Yeah.
I was like, they did that shit with that Powers of 10 shit too.
Yeah.
Like 10 of like they did that shit. This is, oh man, Hickman,
Shut the fuck. What are you?
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, suck a little harder, why don't you?
Oh, don't fucking start at me when you guys are fucking baking the whole time.
You know how you got
That's what
X
we're
so
here to
far
do.
down your throat, you can't even.
I will say the payoff of the Krakoan, Warlock, and Doug triangle was one of my favorite parts. The conversation, Doug comes in there, especially being as coming from reading New Mutants,
Yeah.
Right.
where Doug is kind of a part of it. He's obviously like an old New Mutants character. The way that they brought him in here and completely like switched his character, it was almost like a 180 from what I read in New Mutants.
Right.
He's super like
confident.
Kinda
confident of
goofy,
it,
yeah.
and like he comes in and like, yeah, well, we're not gonna do this, we're gonna do that because we've been fucking watching the entire time, and although I don't know the details, I know enough to be like, y'all motherfuckers been fucking shit up,
Right.
and like we're the kids out here dying, literally dying for the shit that y'all keep fucking up, and
Raven
Mystique's
over here, like, what do we do, Destiny?
Mystique goes, I will kill you, you little piece of shit, and then his wife comes around and is like, oh,
You can try.
You can
Remember me?
remember my
Remember
wife?
me?
Destiny said, "Hey, we can't fight her." So
All 8 feet of me?
None of this works
That
out
bitch is
well.
big.
Yeah.
Big Bay.
That's a big bitch.
a little big, little big.
Fucking the fucking
Bay, the blood moon.
yeah.
Amazing. I mean, honestly, we can get right into which issues you guys like actually prefer. Like, for what was your favorite issue?
What's my favorite?
I'll go right off the bat. I can't pick. I really can't.
I'll say 4.
Fair. I believe it's 3. No, yeah, 4. You're 100% right.
The revelation of everything,
Yeah,
coming to
the
head.
end. It's the ending. It's the
Yeah,
end.
it was a good climax.
Yeah.
And it just it got me. It was so good.
Like I can't wait till March. Like what the why? Like March? I gotta wait till March.
I had a whole other month, a whole other fucking month.
yeah.
You kidding me?
My,
Like I need like Wolverine is gonna get me through this. Wolverine's gonna get me
try.
through this.
Hey, he's trying.
Take what you can't. Look, you had straight.
I love
you had
Benjamin
straight-
Percy, but Jesus.
You had fire for 3 years. You had Inferno for 3 years.
You're right.
You can take a little microwave heat.
I know.
For a
please.
month.
That's
Yeah.
a brain
Go to the
arrest.
air fryer.
You know what I'm looking forward though is that Magic's getting her own little arc in New Mutants.
All right.
Okay.
The Trials of Magic. Her and Jean's clone, Madeline Pryor, gonna be fighting over.
Jean's
over,
I really do hope that that goes somewhere because unlike the last trial that we had, I just don't know what the point of that was.
Yeah.
Oh no! The point of that trial was literally to set up a new way to resurrect people, so they can do it faster. Literally, that was it.
Oh.
We didn't need 5 issues of that.
Yeah.
No.
Even,
Look at those
even
5
if they're,
issues.
even if they're just supposed to cook what they're ordered to cook.
The trial of Magneto literally did 2 things: establish Wanda, give Wanda another apology, or give Wanda another reconciliation hug, and allow another way to resurrect people to where they don't have to go through that crucible. They don't have to kill themselves, basically.
Yeah. I if we're still talking about like favorites and everything, I actually like the first one and everything. I love that opening. I love how it sets everything up, especially the reveal of Destiny at the end and everything. And
Oh, that was hot.
Yeah, like everything. Believe me, everything else fire. Everything else still good, but that beginning, I love how it sets up everything in the next few issues and everything, and I love that reveal. And like, because I like how they tried to do the same reveal. I'm not sure if it was the second or third issue that Colossus came.
Yeah, it's the second.
It's the second one. Like they kind of did it again, but it just wasn't. It didn't hit the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, it ain't hit the same because you didn't read that fucking book when he turned. Telling you, I was really excited and it didn't go nowhere. So I'm really hoping it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know.
True.
To me, it was a toss up between 4 and number 2, but ultimately, the what put number 4 over the top for me, among all the revelations, was the talk that you talked about when Destiny was on site and she illustrated it that every move that's happening at this point in time is literally brand new. I can't tell you what's happening. I can only tell you that I can't see, but we have to make these choices.
Just so you know, this what's going to happen today, right now, matters.
Right.
Like it's going to matter.
And you felt that. I was like, oh, fuck.
Like I can see that scene. Like if we ever get to see that live action, I can see that scene like be dead silent.
Man,
it's heart wrenching.
If they did it right, they cut the music off.
Yeah, everyone's be fucking. Oh my god, like what's going on?
On the edge of my fucking seat.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Issue 4, Chef's Kiss. But yeah, I get why you would say number 1. Number 1 is really fucking good. They're all good, but this is a strong show of writing here. We've sucked this book's dick
And departure.
and it's incredible. Like it's really good. You will enjoy it. I mean, I got nothing else to say. I hope so. I mean, I would hope so.
Did you say one? Did you say one?
I was the first. I was the second to say something.
Oh, okay.
I said issue 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you said
Because I agree with him. He was
Yeah.
the first. I was the second. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with you.
I loved seeing just how far Nimrod has come.
Man, he's also a good standout for me.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think outside of just being a villain in this not evil. I don't want to say Nimrod's thing is evil. It's just this force of nature, this intimidating force of nature that Nimrod has become. He always is.
Yeah.
But man,
Like I like this version. Like before, like he was a force of nature, but he's always considered like he's bad. Like he's bad for everybody when he comes back and everything. He did, but now that they've put in so much like character within him and everything, he's self-aware. He actually talks. Granted, I love the fact they still splice in that computer talk. Like he's not just having conversation. He's still talking like he's a computer. You know, he's an AI and everything. But he still, you can see the underlying like the nuances and everything of his character. Like he's just doing what he feels like is right and everything. Like what he's programming because he thinks he's right.
There's no programming anymore. They're AI.
Yeah,
They're singular.
When the books first started, this is that Nimrod from all the way in the future. He came early.
Yeah,
That's the
Nimrod
scary part.
Supreme.
He came early.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,000 years early.
Before they became
Right.
the singularity and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I do love this version. So especially this chills down my spine. The whole like he's making a deal, and then Eric's actually believing him, and he's like,
So sorry that you believed me.
That scene sucked because I was like, oh no.
And you know the and I meant to bring this up earlier, but I forgot going on tangents. That actually matters quite a bit because in that part, the reason why Eric took the deal was because one of them has to survive, so that when
To
they get
retain that
resurrected,
knowledge.
exactly.
yeah.
Neither of them did
Because when you're resurrected, you won't remember that. There's no way they didn't back up their psyche. So all that shit they learned, they won't. It's gone.
Lost.
It's gone.
Yeah. I was
It's
about
left to us. Like they don't know what happened to Moira. They don't know that Moira is actually taken.
Right.
They're gonna show up in that no place and not know what the fuck is going on.
And they won't know about Nimrod.
Exactly.
Right. They don't know what they're up to. They don't know. They know all that.
They don't know what
shit.
they're up against.
Right.
Yeah. That's another. That's the greatest. That's the thing that I love about the Hickman writing. Right. That the way that it gives you something that kind of like you can overlook. But it matters so much, and it's gonna matter down the line because you're like, all right, they died, blah blah blah. But then you're gonna come back later. It's like, wait, but why don't they remember this? Oh shit, they don't know none of that.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, to me, to show how cunning these two characters are together, like those two, I thought, and don't get me wrong, I'm gonna give Charles and and Eric their props always. But these two, in a couple of days, literally like rebuilt Paradise. Like they literally did it from the ground up, and they did it so good to where they got the two main guys to come out of main base, march into enemy lines, kill themselves as a play, only to bring them back on our terms. Like they mastermind this whole shit.
Yeah.
And they couldn't have done it without Emma Frost. That's another good thing too. Like
Yeah.
she was a move maker. She had something everybody wanted.
I need to know, not like going back to little things, the little plot points. I want to know what was in that box, unless it was already talked
We
about.
haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, it's like
We don't know.
I thought what was in the box was. Well, no, that's right. They gave it to Emma. Yeah, I wanted to know what was in the box because I thought it was a gun.
I mean, for her to say, I would do anything.
Because, also, this is the same box that she tried to get during Gala.
Oh yeah.
It's the same box. So we don't. I don't know what's in that box yet. So
Ooh,
Yeah, maybe we'll find out about that too.
and more.
the Hickman breadcrumbs.
I'm saying, man, the shit that this motherfucker did.
things for
Goddamn,
people to
bro.
remember and look forward to as the
Yeah,
series continues.
Emma's conversation in the Louvre with Moira when she found out everything that was happening,
Yeah.
that she got let into the thing, and immediately Diamond formed up and said, like, "Fuck you guys."
I felt that.
Like,
I felt like
I get it, but fuck you guys. Like her anger, like you said, it came out of the page.
That's
so
why.
well.
That's
They
why
lost.
issue 2 was like a close because I'm like, damn, like they thought that shit was gonna work. Hey, we lied to you, but we need you now. So
and you also mentioned saying, like, I love the fact that she said, I understand why they did it, but I hate that you did it.
Yeah.
And now you kept me out of the loop. I
should
still
have told
lost
me.
that
You
trust.
should have told me.
You should have at
Yeah.
least told me. Yeah.
And losing the trust of Emma Frost is
That's
You don't want to do
dangerous.
that. Yeah.
Whew.
she played a big part in putting this thing together.
Yeah.
They kind of they downplay her.
She runs your fucking corporation. She runs your
Yeah.
money. Your money. She runs your money.
right.
And now, spoilers, she runs the whole thing.
Right, she runs the show. Her and Bay run the show. What a chef's kiss. What
What
a way
a
to
fucking
end.
ride.
With that being said, guys, do you want to go around rate this? Like where we ready?
Yeah.
10.
I can't do.
You can't. I
See,
can't.
you can't give it-
no,
I can't do that because
I got
goddamn
you,
it,
I got you.
Barstool.
I can't give it a 10 because all this shit that. Well, you talk about Inferno in itself, or Inferno, or the whole
Yeah,
thing.
Inferno
We're
itself.
talking
I just
Inferno.
want to judge the 4 miniseries.
Yeah.
I lack the current mental capacity to separate the works as they could because two of these, but I give it like a confident 9.
Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That because I'm going like I'm definitely going 9.5.
9 Rogue Alexas out of 10.
There you go.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I was waiting on.
I got 9.5 severed arms out of 10.
Okay.
I got 10 broken Xavier necks out of 10. There you go.
I have 9.5 disgusting mutant curing guns that should have never been made.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Forge? Why do you still have it?
Honestly,
I don't-
Forge-
That's a good question.
Honestly, I mean, if we're sending people home, like we're sending people back to live with the Homo sapiens, I think Forge should
Go back.
Hold up.
he build it. I'm just
I don't
saying.
know why he kept it, but
Just in case.
he's done enough to stay.
I'll take your word for it.
If we could do some
I
heavy
only made
lifting,
one.
if we could do some heavy lifting for Forge, like they knew it existed, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't put it past Emma to manipulate Forge into making it again if she knew it existed in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't think Forge had it himself. I think Emma picked it up from the black market. I think it's one of because it never specifically says Forge had this. It says this
he
is
made
something
it.
Forge developed while blank X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So I mean, it's
could-
left up for debate.
It could have been,
Either
stolen
way.
at one point, something like that. Yeah.
That's something that really shouldn't be around and existing. Because if Nimrod found out that shit existed, he could just literally touch it, and then now he has an anti-mutant gun.
This is true.
I think that
Breadcrumbs.
I think that Nimrod is now on track to literally like tear apart every human like piece. I mean every mutant piece by
Everything.
piece,
Oh, that too.
like with his own bare hands.
Yeah,
He's that
I feel
good.
like if I was Nimrod, I'd go after the mutants first as well.
Yeah, like,
and
fuck
then I'd fuck up the humans.
yeah.
'Cause what are the humans gonna do?
Right.
They don't have lasers coming out of their eyes.
Right.
They have bombs.
They
whatever.
freakaseed them. All right, that's it. That's okay. Like, we're done.
With that being said, we're coming up on an hour, but fair to say, hats off to Jonathan Hickman for everything that's been able to put together. Because even though it is a collaborative work, he is the helm of it, and I'm really excited for what's coming. X-Men Red.
Yep.
The new Marauders, the new Mutants,
Immortal X-Men.
Immortal X-Men.
It just
the new
X-Men
Wolverines.
Gold, I think. Yeah,
The Wolverine that just started that came after this.
Yeah.
I'm a personal fan of. I know you guys are a little rocky on it, but I'm so invested now that I'm just eating up what they give me because they haven't filled me yet. I know eventually it's gonna happen, but I haven't had indigestion yet. So I'm gonna keep eating what they feed me.
Fair enough. I'll follow Wolverine anywhere. So
You will.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
With that said,
there is at what he does.
yeah. With
What he
that
does
said,
is really
hey,
nice.
pick up the omnibus of House of X, and then pick up the collection of Inferno. If you haven't read either of them, pick both of them up when they come out, because I really think you only need those two to really understand the scope that they were trying to set.
True.
Everything else is just cherry on
Donavix.
top.
Yeah, Donavix, X of
I love
Swords.
all
that
of that is just
stuff.
cherry
You
on
already
top.
know what it is. Jonathan Hickman on the fucking pen, dropping more fucking fire. You already know what it is.
Hey, yo,
All right,
let's
What
go.
was that?
Wow, I'm
Hey, yo, let's go.
You were there for what was that shit? You were there for New Avengers. You were there for fucking Fantastic Four. You were here for X-Men. It's Hickman, baby.
Oh my
It's
God.
Hickman.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, true.
Every
Except-
time he picks up the pen and does something, it's crack.
except for Decorum.
Only.
That was anti-crack.
Shut your
Actually,
ass.
I'm gonna
up,
go back and
nigga.
read it, and I might side with him. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
NyQuil.
I want you to tell me on air.
Oh, well.
All right,
Thank you for
y'all.
joining us in another comic book discussion.
Yes.
I hope the whiskey treats you as well as it's treated us.
Yeah.
And
is true as well.
Pick this up, read it, read X-Men. That's up.
And this has been the Thirsty Nerds. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram. Do we have a Facebook? We do have a Facebook. We got TikTok. The Thirsty Nerds Podcast. You can follow me at just_Uno on Instagram.
You can follow me King Creates X, all K's, no C's.
You can follow me at Stooge Prime on Twitter.
And you can follow me at Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter. What a really fun series, guys. We can't give it enough praise. It's really good. The future of X-Men is really bright. And wow, what a time to be a fan. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Peace out, nerds.
I think I'm dumb enough to realize that I think my at Twitter is probably Fuzzy Slippers, but we'll figure that out later.
What?
Watson.
That was,
Goodbye.
Bye, nerds.
you